release of the football. Taylor Adams, the captain, goes long. And straight away, they look for some early interaction with the defence. Kings Scholars, and they've been stripped of the ball. Chris Neary comes away.
Advantage lost forward.
Oh, early concerns for Kings to ensure they look after the football.
Yes, accuracy is all important, isn't it, Ken? Doesn't matter it's this level of rugby or Super 15 to test matches. Accuracy and ball retention is critical. An early mistake there and a little bit of pressure on the Kings as they pack down the first scrum of the match inside their 22.
It's Matthew Vainga in 12. Kelston on your right, the halfback with the football. Julian DeVos from Kings.
Locks in. Crouch.
Look like they've got a kicker standing in the box.
Stay back, 7.
A good scrub. They have a look down the left side. DeVos with a tip on. The ball's gone, so a nervous start from both teams.
Yeah, that was just a bit of 101 rugby there. The captain of the Kings College team, Fuate, just taking the ball. Looks like it hit him on the shoulder. So not the most accurate a pass and not probably the place to be showing inaccuracy inside your 22. So a little bit of a disappointing, and as you mentioned, Ken, a nervous start. Let's look for this pass. Yeah, just hit his inside shoulder there and just went loose. So nervous times for Kings.
So an attacking situation for Kelston on the 22-metre line. They're far out on the right-hand side, so it's a right to left attacking opportunity for them. Adams at first receiver, Vainga and Fusitua in the midfield. And it looks like they're going to put a play on from the scrum win. Fuka. Adams to the line. 2 runners coming on the inside, and Fusitua lost the ball, so good work on the ground from Kings. They have another look down the left-hand side and try and turn a defensive opportunity into attack. And into the Kelston half, an enterprising play from Kings from inside their own quarter.
Yeah, Hukatai showing a good turn of pace here. He got a little bit of space, and look forward to seeing this again on the replay. And here we come. Kelston making the play, just a bit of a decoy run, brought it back inside, hit it up very well, but some good turnover here from Kings. They seem to be lacking in numbers, but somehow they turned it over and they created some space down the blind side. Very good play from Hukatai there. He just had the ball in one hand, a bit of show and go and doing some damage.
On halfway line to the right is Kelston. That's gone to Fuka. And there's a high kick down to the left winger, Hukatai. There's a lot of experience in this team in the 3 quarters, fellas. Hukatai here in his 3rd year in the team. Vasile Fuatai, number 13, the captain, he's in his 3rd year. And also Kevin Fuabau, we saw him score some great tries last year. So the Kings have a lot of experience in the midfield against a young team in opposition. And there's the kick away by Tyler Adams.
Yes, you mentioned they have the experience, Keith, but they just need to steady their nerves, don't they? I mean, this is a big game. It's the first game in the A1 competition, and they're just both a little bit unsettled, more so Kings at this stage. And, of course, you want to have steady nerves when you're defending. That's for real. So I'm sure it'll settle down as the game moves on. And if you want to catch anything on college rugby, all things college rugby, check out the website, skysport.co, college rugby. You can catch the tables, you can catch any information you need to know about what's happening around the country with college first 15 rugby.
This is Shun Kumazaki. Very good throw, nice line-out work carried on here by Manukia. And running in the back line, here's Adams trying to get a break. Hauled down by his opposite, Simon Hickey. And so away they come now, Chris Neary. That's the 22-metre line there, top left. Leon Fuka is number 9. Big man number 3 is Philip Feani, 125 Ks. And number 8, Meljin Ilawa. They're going to bring the big power game here, it would seem. Here is Haafonga Manuki again, number 5. Into the backs, they bring it now. Adams swinging to the big man midfield. Holds here. Fullback is in. Vicinea disappointed. That looked like trouble city for King's College.
Yeah, beautiful play too, right to left, just not able to finish with that final ball. But Taylor Adams, the key. Look, he gets a nice ball, goes to the line. It's a beautiful cutout ball, 25 metres to pick up Fusitua. And that ball only had to be caught, and it was try time for Kelston.
So it's a vigorous beginning here. We're at Kelston Boys High out in the Western Walk, in the suburb of Kelston, obviously. Along Archibald Road, there's schools in every direction along here. The girls' high further along the road, the primary school halfway along, and here we are at the end. Looking in at the front row for King's College, they've got Barnaby Abdel Weir, Tom Agnew, Marcel Renata. Julian DeVos is the, oh, bit of a tussle in the front row. Guys looking at each other.
As you do in the front row, you don't do a little bit more than look at each other on occasion. Keith, there's a little bit of talk and a little bit of physicality about the front row engaging. Young Angus maybe just needs to get control at the front row here, because, or the scrum situation, because these teams want to impress their dominance on this phase of the game.
The back's nicely now. Hickey moving out to the midfield. Fullback is up. This is Bram Egley. Kick through out towards Bukatai. This is a nice chance here coming in for Kings. Fullback trying to run it out. Here's a chance for them now.
Now Kelston, an opportunity for them now to turn defence into attack. Just inside their own half. Fuka with an attacking kick. That goes long and it's too big. But already we are seeing both of these teams with a positive attitude. Every chance they get to shift the football, they're having a look.
Yes, I don't think either one of these teams spends too much time on the kicking side of life. They love to have a run. This is excellent play here. Look at the patience here. Was going to let the ball go a little bit earlier. Saw his support coming up on the inside, and good patience there from the Kelston backs.
Now Kumazaki going long. Agnew for Rush. Now again they send their big give in for Val in midfield. Try to hold up the Kelston defenders. Now they go forward through Colwyn Tipini, and number 8. Good support from the Kings forwards. Able to get another 10 metres after the contact. That's a good drive from Kings. Now DeVos waits Simon Hickey in good position. Now Hickey to the line. It's a short ball. Good defence from Malgini Lower. Taking a ball and all. DeVos look left, covered. Now they go forward for Rush. Blair Rush strong. Now they've got an advantage. They've got big numbers out to the right-hand side, Kings. You see they've got 4 forwards. They've dropped out to the right-hand side, so they're looking to just drive in close. No, it's a wraparound. Oh, the ball not able to be taken.
Yeah, you can see the disappointment there. Kings had a bit of momentum as Colwyn Tipini just couldn't control the ball at Kings number 8, but they had the advantage, so they could risk their hand a little bit. And this is a very good opportunity, and good clear instruction coming from referee Angus Maybe. He let the advantage go on a little bit. And an interesting choice there. I thought they might have had a shot at goal, but they're going for position, and that's a little beauty. Oh no, it hasn't found touch.
It dropped right down to the corner, Bull, and there's the reply up the sideline and into touch. We're going to the sideline now. Here's Mark Watson.
Yeah, interesting to see Simon Hickey not deciding to take that shot for 3 points, but he's actually playing into a reasonably strong, stiff headwind, which was coming from his right to left, and I guess maybe looking to just play the corners. Hey, but you've got to find touch.
This is Alama Philemoni on the right wing for Kelston. And we look in the big jumpers for Kings, Ben Reeves, number 5, and Blair Rush, number 4. Rush playing in the headgear. He's the son of the other Rush in New Zealand rugby. His dad, who's here. Eric Rush is here, and there's nice play by Julian DeVos, trying to tidy up there at the back. And they're peeling off to start this other little pod away to the left, you see there. And it looks like here it comes to the big guys who go into the setup. That's Barnaby Abdel Weir. They've got an advantage here. And number 5 with his leg up is Aofonga Manukia. And back goes Shin Kumazaki. He says his favourite player is Kevin Mialama. There's a big resemblance, actually.
Yeah, you just see the Kings forward slipping. And Kumazaki, as you've already mentioned, Keith, just diving in over the ball.
Well, that wind down there must be interesting because that's twice they've kicked strongly for the corner and it's held up. And there's the reply. Hey, this, sure we're not playing it off videotape. I mean, it's the same action. Kick down to the corner, didn't find the line, and the big reply right upfield.
Yeah, that's a difficult kick to make as well. Right foot kicker, kicking on the right side, so not a lot of angle for him to work. But that's a tremendous game.
Yes, there's certainly the wind's playing a big part in those kicks, and Kelston, of course, know this ground. It's their home ground, and they're using the wind beautifully and got big advantage from it.
So there's a nice throw from Agnew for Kings. There's very good passing out to Simon Hickey. Fullback is up and in. Bram Egley is the fullback for Kings. Here's DeVos again. Outside the 22. And here they come moving it in the backs again. And a big deep push.
So a good improvement for field position for Kings. They get just into the Kelston half, but Kelston will get the throw at the line out.
I've just made an observation, guys, that Kings are trying to play the one-off, setting up a little pod, but what Kelston are doing, they're just fanning all their forwards out. So Kings might be better served to do a little bit of mauling through the middle. It's interesting. Kelston very quickly just fanning out and spreading across the field.
So Kumazaki with the throw and the knock on. And Ebdale Weir.
Guys, in the line out still. Line out wasn't over. Inside.
There on the sideline wearing his French jersey. Oh, I remember he scored a brilliant try for the All Blacks on the wing in Parc des Princes in Paris one time. So he's kept the jersey of the man he marked. Eric Rush, great All Black and sevens, one of the great sevens players of all time.
So Julian DeVos to feed us the scrum just on halfway. See the line, the halfway line, the middle of your screen. And they've loaded up the left side, Kings. There's no player on the blind side wing. He's tucked in behind. It's Blair Rush. I said he's bulked up in the off-season.
Promoted to vice captain, Ken.
A senior player now, led the haka.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Very interesting, Bull. You notice the position of Julian DeVos before the scrum sets. Standing on the Kelston side of the scrum, so the Kelston front row can't see the ball. An old trick.
Yeah, very, very crafty for a young man.
See where he is on the right-hand side, by the standing alongside the Kelston front row, so they can't see the ball, giving every advantage to his team. A reflection of how much thought. Some things Keith Quinn in the game never knew.
Exactly. I'm learning all the time.
So now Hickey to the line. There's a lot of movement. They've gone out to the left-hand side. Forte gets a ball out the back door. So a show of skill and class from the captain. They've picked up about 24 metres on the play. And now Kelston with some hustle on the ground and some counter-rucking. And it's a fair play. You heard the referee say the ball's out so they could go through and grab it. So this is taken in again by Kings. Now they've got better field position. No. They did so well, Kings College.
They did, but I enjoyed the way Kelston were very abrasive at the breakdown. They came in because they haven't been committing a lot of the game to the break, to the breakdown here. They've been spreading out, but here we see Kings just starting to show a bit of initiative there. Fuatahi, the captain, the beautiful offload out the back left-hand pass, a bit of a Sonny Bill look-alike pass there. And then it starts to get a little bit messy here, and Kelston just come in there hard. Brilliant stuff. At the end of the day, the breakdown is a competition, Keith.
And here's something you didn't know, Ken. Number 3, Philip Payane. It's his birthday today. 18 years of age.
18, look, he looks 38.
125 kgs.
An opportunity now for Pahulu. In the open for a little while, and now Fuka looking for some position. This is Hukatai. This is Bram Egley, the fullback, thinking about a counter-attack. Now they've got a 2-on-1, a bit of footwork from Forte, the captain. He's strong in the legs. Forte. Now Hickey And that cut-out ball, so they're really working hard. This is Rush moving the Kelston defence around. Takes the ball into contact 5 metres now into Kelston territory. Now Hickey, this time it's second receiver, a couple of decoy runners, another long ball. They've got 4 on 2 for Tay with a bit of footwork, and then a nice little short ball. Good play from Kings.
And they're 40 metres out. They have it in the backs again. Simon Hickey played so well last year. Out to Rush in the midfield and playing a great hand at the moment. He's got the ball again. Nearly lost it, but flicked it back. 22-metre line. Here comes King's College. All fired up and moving forward. The halfback is the sparky little Julian DeVos. And they move it again. Nice pass into the midfield. And up the 22-metre line now. Here they go, number 8 going in there is Colwyn Tipene. It's cleared to DeVos again. Nicely through Hickey. Out to the towards the right here, Tipene. This is nice aggressive play, and now it's with Matthew Tussey. Tussey on the wing. DeVos. Hickey, who played on the wing and at fullback last year, makes a nice pass out to the left, and Hukutai is in at the corner. Natawa Hukutai.
Oh, nice endeavour from the Kings team, really giving the ball some width. Every time they took it into a breakdown situation, they turned it over quickly. But the man that's impressed me with some of those movements, Simon Hickey, he's giving his outside back some space with those long passes. And Hukutai just goes in there beautifully. He had a little bit of work to do. It was a one-on-one situation. He did a bit of a shimmy on the outside. And I tell you what, that dive off the high boards would have got about a good 9.5 out of 10. Pretty to watch. Well, great finish.
He's a good, well-performed player. He's in that squad that they announced, the under-17 national squad. They don't actually play any games. I don't think they do, but they pick a kind of a training squad of under-17 players. And Taua Hukutai, they had the nice one Taua chant on the sideline. Here's a very good kicker, Simon Hickey. See what the wind is doing to that one. It was on target to the left side and blew away across to the right. But the try is scored by Taua Hukutai. He's delighted. The fans on the sideline have come a long way to see this one. It's unconverted, and Kings are leading Kelston by 5-0.
And just soon we've got a bit of point scoring action going on now. I'd like to mention we've got a new sponsor on board this year, Under Armour. The winning team today, Keith and Ken, gets a $500 voucher with some great Under Armour gear. And we got presented some beautiful jackets before the game, and it is impressive gear. So well worth that $500 voucher for the winning team.
So on the restart, Kings work the ball from inside their own quarter through Blair Rush. DeVos picks out Yoloa, who under no pressure loses the ball.
And it's probably now time to mention Kelston have a lot of new players. Practically all of their team is new this year, but they've got some great depth in the school, guys. The under-14s, their under-15s, and their 2A team, all Auckland champions. So they're a great breeding ground for young rugby players coming through the system.
I like the word from the captain beforehand, Tyler Adams. There's always talent at Kelston. Nice, eh? And you can watch it all again tonight at 7:30 on the Rugby Channel. Kelston against Kings.
So DeVos. And we've got a couple of players on the right-hand side for Tay and Tussey. They've lined up on the blind side.
Withdraw your arm, okay? Let's go again.
They've got this emphasis in Auckland refereeing this year. 4 calls means 4 different types of action. So listen to the referee's calls. He expects action on each call.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
So DeVos.
Hold it wide.
They're going to go to the left side. Hickey on a decoy runner for Egley. Now they go down the left side and try to keep the ball alive, Kings. The player was isolated and didn't release the ball.
A real shame, King, because they did all the hard work, didn't they? They looked like it was going to die. They kept the ball alive. But in the end, Kelston's cover defence up to the challenge.
This is Visinia, Lolangi, Visinia, fullback. So their right to left attack has been a real feature today. And this is them given for Val, trying to keep the ball alive on the inside. And then once he got isolated, had to release that ball immediately. So a defensive line out. 5-man line out called by Kelston. This is Kumazaki. Well, he was looking for Chris Neary.
Got him in the end.
Secure the ball and able to get themselves 5 tough meters. This is Hukatai on the full. So this will set up another attacking opportunity for Kings College.
Remember, we play 35-minute halves in college rugby, so we're over halfway through the first half of this one.
Yeah, interesting just talking to the Kelston coaching staff. They want more players committed to that first and second phase. They think that Kings College are just getting that ball far too quickly, getting it out wide and just basically spreading them too thin. So they want to get more numbers to the ruck and really make it a bit more confrontational up front.
Mark Watson on the sideline, Keith Quinn and Ken Laven commentary. Expert comment from former All Black Bull Allen College Rugby. And there's Shin Kumazaki, his second year in the first 15 here at Kelston. You can tell by his build he's a top wrestler. Don't forget next Friday night on the Rugby Channel, Southland Boys High against Otago Boys High. It's delayed. The game is on Wednesday. If you're in Invercargill and want to watch this one, it'll be a good one. So it's played on Wednesday, replayed on Friday night on the Rugby Channel. 2 games in 2 days next week. Next Saturday, we're in Hamilton St. Paul's against Hamilton Boys High School. Back goes Chris Neary, the vice captain. And that's where it happened.
It's a pretty tough call. You know,
yeah, there was no one crossing really too near. Yeah.
Crossing per se is not an offence. It's whether a defender was obstructed.
Yeah, Fuka, very unfortunate. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time there, and as you say, a penalty for that offence. I think he's a little bit unfortunate there. Absolutely, and obviously, I thought accidental.
So back with Simon Hickey, 17 years of age. There he is. Played, as I said, fullback and wing in the televised games last year. So here he's at first 5. He's a Auckland 16 years representative player, so they like him here. So there's the clock ticking at 22 minutes for Simon Hickey. Well, it's tough down in that. He's very disappointed, very tough. And, well,
and there's a little bit of a telling stat starting to stack up here for Kelston. Boys are spending a lot of their time in their own territory. They're really struggling to get outside of their own half, and Kings are just pinning them down in their own territory and doing it very well at the moment.
Yeah, Kings College with another opportunity to use the ball inside the Kelston half, only just. They got a big line up to the left, 2 players on the right, and an advantage to go with it. Now DeVos for Hickey. Partial charge down and taken by Balizi. Attention from the boys. So an opportunity for Kings to get some field position and get themselves a line out on the right-hand side of the park. So this will set up a very good opportunity, scoring opportunity for Kings College.
It certainly will, and tell you what, there's lots of action, as you mentioned, Keith, coming up on the Rugby Channel. And just remember, you can join your first month subscriptions for only $1, and the normal subscription is only $8.81. So if you haven't got the Rugby Channel and you're watching it at someone else's house, join up. Great viewing, plenty of action coming up in the coming months.
Agnew, it's a full line out. 27 metres out.
Now, that's a straight case of balking. You heard the referee's call. You can't delay the throw in once you're in position. He made the gesture to throw, so Tom Agnew is penalised. It's a scrum that's called.
Let's have a look at this one on the replay. There's a bit going on in those lineouts. Every time a lineout happens, you could probably have 50 different infringements. There's always a bit of argy-bargy and lots going on, but Kelston get a chance to relieve a bit of pressure, Keith.
They haven't had many opportunities in the backs, and there's a big scrum coming in from Kings, and they pushed them right off, but they have indeed reset. Knock-on, in fact, is called. Big effort coming in there from Kings.
Yeah, they just preempted the put-in, got their timing right, and really took it to Kelston. A lot of times these young men, they can get a little bit high with lack of experience. They just need to keep their scrum, start it low, keep it low, because what happens when you come up, you can be a little bit exposed.
Barnaby Abdale Weir on the near side, a big, nice-looking tight head prop, and away goes Tipene. Lovely run by Colwyn Tipene. There's the goal line ahead, and number 9, DeVos, swings it out to Hickey, moving out further wide. This is a nice backline, experienced backline that Kings have. Fuavau and Fuatai in the centres, and referee maybe makes the call. Chance for Kelston to relieve.
Back, guys, back on the line.
So there's Kevin Fuavau. If you watched in our rugby last year, he scored some very nice tries and was very spectacular at the scoring of them, with the dive and the waving of the hands as he ran in. So look for some action from Kevin Fuavau. He says his hobby is chilling. So they used to call that relaxing, I think, or hanging. The next generation called it hanging out, but it's now chilling, man. Kevin Fuavau.
You're a pretty hip fella there, Keith. You'll probably go on Facebook shortly, won't you?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Chilling on Facebook and doing a little bit of tweetering.
I don't think so. Anyway, up we go. Idris Balisi. What a good jump by number 4 in the red jerseys. Idris Balisi. An interesting guy because he's got some Moroccan blood in him. Part Moroccan, part Samoan. And there's the high kick coming in from Taylor Adams.
And Egley very nicely on the full, offloading the ball on the ground. And now Hukatai trying to pick up some metres down the left side of Kelston, trying to hold him up. Now DeVos, long for Hickey. Another long ball for Fuatai in midfield, and then an unforced error. Then a little offload chance now for Tumusa. The ball is on the ground. Hickey's gone back to try and cover up. Gets underneath, a dodgy ball under a little bit of pressure now, Kings, as Kelston enjoys some field position. Then a charge down, good pressure. Very good pressure from Kelston.
And I like the way you said it, Ken. They enjoyed some field possession because they haven't had any for a long time. But we just saw what Kelston are capable on. And let's have a look at it again in the replay. It all came from a mistake. Look here, the quick hands was open space, and John Brew on the blindside flanker, he had a little peekaboo where he was going to run, and Kelston were very quick to counter. They saw the opportunity down the left-hand flank, tried to keep it live on the midfield, or the infield kick, I should say. And great to see them getting themselves back in this one.
A lot of movement in the game so far. There's a little bit of early season jitters in some of the play, but there's the big man having his birthday, Philip Fiane. And they're at halfway. It's come from Fuka out into the hooker now, Kumazaki. Fuka now away to Adams. Big ball out, it's gone behind Fisania, the fullback, but he looks like a strong running man. Showing us his best form, but across comes the defence. And the young man, John Brewen, who fumbled about the same place on the field, pulled off a very solid block there. We're seeing a good game here today between Kelston and Kings. Here's the Kelston fullback, Lalongi Visania, building it up nicely from the back. And there comes the big hit to take him across the sideline.
Yes, you certainly can't question the commitment, can you, Ken, from both teams.
Full line out, Tom Agnew rushes the target, the ball goes over, not straight.
Not straight, guys. Taylor. Scrum.
Well, the line out,
Scrum, guys.
which is a relatively simple part of the game over the years, it's become increasingly complicated.
They're banging his head in exasperation, Tom Agnew, the hooker. But it's a more difficult win than it looks, actually. It's obviously affecting the kicks and the throws as well at line-out time.
Crouch!
We're at St. Paul's Collegiate in Hamilton.
Engage!
Next week, 2 o'clock live on the Rugby Channel as
Stand up, guys.
Fuka, the halfback for Kelston boys.
Guys, wait for the ball to come in.
It's been an entertaining game, but this has been an area that's been a little bit murky, Ken. There's been a few resets, a scrum screwing. Just still feeling their way a little bit in this area. So they both teams, I would think, need to sort of work on their accuracy. At scrum time, you can see that. Own scrum wins, Kelston 3, Kings 5. As the score remains 5-0 to Kings as we close in on the half-time break. Got about 4.5 minutes to go. Of course, as Keith said earlier, 35-minute halves.
So they're keen at scrum time. Kelston, a little conversation at the back of the scrum between Fuka and Taylor Adams, who looks a very handy player. Adams, been in the Auckland 16s and 18s program. He's captain of this team. And he is the key go-to guy on attack. So we'll see what they can come up with from here. Lower, holding the ball. Adams to the line, an inside ball for upper. Oh, they lose the ball. 21. It's Nathaniel Upper. Frustration, his first touch since called into action.
Ken, he's the guy, Nathaniel Up, has come off the bench to be into the game. He's in their little questionnaires we give them. It says, what do you do in the game? And he says, I'm a natural born runner. Natural born runner. I like it.
At least he knows who he is, eh? It's brilliant. And he did look the business there, didn't he, as he glided through the gap. Just a little mistake at the end of it all.
So Kings College, we saw from that graphic we showed you a moment ago with their line breaks, a tight head. Opportunity now for Kelston. Upper, in between two defenders, commits a third. That's a good run from the midfielder. Now Kumazaki with the hooker, strong run from him as well. So this is a good couple of phases. Now Likio. It's good, strong 3 phases. Now the big guy, Vianney, presents the ball. Now they go long. Taylor Adams, upper, little right foot step, then an offload. The ball is along the ground, 2 chasers. And Bram Egley sensibly lets the ball roll over the touchline.
You just feel Kelston are gaining in confidence, don't you? They're just starting to get their way into the game. They're getting their hands on the ball a little bit now and starting to create some opportunities for themselves. Rucks and Mauls, here we go. Kelston 16 as opposed to Kings 25, and that tells the tale really of Kings dominance. Made advantage line, that's an interesting stat. Don't know how that... Stats always tell a story, don't they? It's just a matter of working out what the story they tell is.
They certainly do. That advantage line, stat how dominant they are with the ball early in the possession. And that dominance is not reflected on the scoreboard yet, but there's plenty of time to go in this match as we approach half-time. Tom Agnew. And again, they compete at line-out time, and they win the ball. Taylor Adams, upper, shifts the ball on for Vaenga. And then another mistake in midfield. They start well, Kelston with their phases, but they can't finish.
Outside.
Lolangi, Visinia.
Yeah, they're just lacking a bit of timing, aren't they? They move the ball really initially. Vaenga gets it here, and it's just the timing there, isn't it? It's just the timing as she stops, pause, looks for his man coming in, the fullback, Visinia, and it just didn't quite get that timing right, and that'll be something that the coaches will be talking about at half-time, just stringing those phases together. Accuracy, once again, is always critical in any team.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Both sides, guys, stand up.
Only 1 try in the game so far, scored by Tawa Hukutai down the left wing corner.
Guys, wait for my call. I remember we spoke about at the start of the game.
Nice pink bicycle here on the sideline. So she's...
Footing all right?
I thought I saw Mark Watson riding along the sideline earlier while he was speaking on the mic.
That's his race bike.
Watson knows all about that from his time as a triathlete. And here we have this good little tussle going on between the 2 scrum halves, DeVos and Fuka. And there's Tiffany playing halfback here. Coming towards half-time, DeVos And Hickey puts the big thump on it, got his opposite number, Adams, with a big charge on him. And it's out near halfway, but the quick throw in is not taken. The referee says it's half time. There is Simon Hickey, the key player in the good first half played by King's College. And they're in the lead with the try by Hukatai. Kelston going to the right to have their half-time huddle. And we'll go to a break. It's going to be a great second half. It's 5-0. Kings are leading Kelston Boys High here at Kelston. What a first half we've seen.
This is my team.
My team.
These are my boys.
My boys.
This is my school.
My school.
This is college rugby.
This is college rugby.